Well, it's been a couple of weeks since I did an update on the garden. There's been a lot of stuff going on the weekends and during the week, and there really hasn't been any good news, nothing exciting to report, but it's time to do an update. Hope has proven to be a lame strategy with the garden. The hardening process for the tomatoes was not successful. Some of them are alive, some of them are dead, and the living ones are not healthy enough that I expect that they're going to produce anything. The filtered sun hardening process just wasn't good enough for them, and a couple weeks of a lot of rain didn't work for them, and now we've had a fairly nice week and have a beautiful couple of days coming up, and they're not going to make it. I do have 2 beans that I planted in the buckets, and they seem to be doing okay, and a few surviving peppers. So this was our backup seedlings. Remember we planted a group of seedlings to begin with, and they didn't make it. So then we tried a more rigorous hardening process that wasn't enough, and they didn't make it. So now we are into plan C on this. We bought tomato starts. We have 6 of these things, and I'll be planting those in the buckets today. So maybe we'll have some tomatoes this summer. That's really what we're looking for. The rest of the plantings around the yards are doing okay. We had a little bit of a tragedy with our maples. I had 3 little seedling maples that are a few years old, and something chewed them off at ground level. Of the 3 that were in buckets, 2 of them got chewed off. I don't know why not all 3 of them, but that's what happened, which is really disappointing because they were seedlings 2 summers ago. The peonies all decided to bloom week before last. While I wasn't here, I was off, and we had tons of rain. So the peonies were kind of brownish. The petals fell. They were really beaten up. I did manage to get a few bouquets for the house. That's a nice one right there. But all of them, almost all of them, bloomed at the same time. So knowing that they were going to crash soon, I sent several of them home, or several of them to work with my wife. I cut these ones today and put them in that bouquet. These are from one of the nicer peony plants that we have. I can't remember whether it's Mr. Ed or Nick Shaler, but they're very nice peonies. They're like the last ones that are going to be useful. The blueberries are very happy. It's looking like we're going to have a really good crop of blueberries this year, and I'm excited about that. We got like 5 pounds of them last year. We froze them. If we get another 5 pounds of them this year, we will do something with them. I don't really care for blueberries, eating blueberries straight. A lot of people love that, but I like the blueberry flavor. So we're going to see what we can do with those blueberries. Anyhow, it is time to get these new plants that we picked up last night. They're 6 Roma tomatoes, and we also did pick up 2 more peppers because we want Romas to make marinara sauce or spaghetti sauce, that kind of thing, salsa. So it's time to get these put into the ground, or into the buckets, not into the ground. I think they would have been better off in the ground. If I don't have success this year with my buckets, I don't think I'm going to do a bucket garden next year. I think I'm going to put a garden in the ground. And I don't think I'm going to try seedlings. I'm going to, or if I do decide to do seedlings, I'm going to seed them directly into the buckets when we get to the nice time, maybe a little bit after what the Farmer's Almanac says. They talk about planting like April 20th, which seems a little early. At least it would have been this year. It was still pretty cold, and nights were still pretty cold. I think I would probably wait till late May and then plant them directly into the buckets. Or I'll just do starts again. we'll see. We'll see if I lose my motivation or my encouragement for gardening this year. Anyhow, let's plant them. All right, so we've replanted or transplanted or put the starts in the bucket garden. We've got some of them down in the black buckets. We've got some of them up in the red buckets. We decided to keep this guy. He was doing pretty good, so let's let him have a chance. And then we have these 3 starts that we've put in that are Romas. And then we put these 3 in these black buckets. We've added a bell pepper and a bell pepper. These were seedlings that seemed to be working. There's a bean and another bean and then the other 2 bell peppers. So I think we've got a pretty decent garden. These starts look like they're fairly healthy. Hopefully they make it. I'm not sure where I'm going to keep these black potted ones. Maybe move them out in the front of the house and see if that's a better place.